before we went live whether we'd actually be able to do a broadcast because it was still raining quite hard then. Where have these tracks gone? Also, interestingly, with these tracks that we saw, it looked like they were on top of the rain or after the rain, so very, very fresh. But even though they are fresh, that animal could well have moved quite a long distance in 15 or 20 minutes, so it could be a way off from here. The good news is this cool weather does mean it's more likely that predators that can be sleepy when it's hot are going to be active, which is a good sign for us. This is exactly where we found the initial tracks. I'm just going to get out to have another closer inspection now that the light has got a bit brighter. NS. I've been getting a bit rusty after a few weeks in Cape Town. So that is also a possibility. But it would be an exceptionally large leopard if that is the case. What I'm going to do is, rather than following each individual footprint, we've got an idea where the animal is moving. It could veer off at any point, but I'm going to do a big loop around Voyatella Dam and see if we don't come up with anything there. And I believe Marc's on his way to check out the hyena den site, so it'll be interesting to hear from him in the next few minutes whether he has any luck there. But just to keep you updated on his plans. Marc haven't managed to come up with anything further than the tracks that head from kind of the corner of Yuri's house along that fence towards Final Control. I'm just going to loop around this area. It could well have been a male leopard, not a lioness. Also, just to let you know. Come here. Okay, come here. That baby would clamber up its mother's body in order to be able to rest its chin on her back and therefore breathe. They don't float, so it will be using its mother in aid or actually standing on its back legs. Whereas where the two adults are sitting or standing, we can assume that they are standing down there. It's not a very deep dam, and wherever you can see them like this, they will be standing. I wonder how old that baby is. It does look quite small, possibly only a few months old. Brent's got the morning off, and we're looking forward to the coming months, working with one another. It really is going to be a great adventure. And this is by far the best view I've been able to share with any of you. Exactly. So it's called an emerald-spotted wood dove, and you can see those emerald windows on its wings. And just like Brian mentioned, this is the first time we've actually been able to show you the beautiful emerald coloration, as well as those interesting bars on its back and on the base of its tail. I've been hoping to spend time with this family of squirrels that live in this dead tree, because we know they're living there. This was the first little glimpse we've managed to share with you of this specific family. I wonder if there's one or two more hiding in the cavities within this tree. Anyway, the one we did see has run off. But in the meantime, I'll answer the question. Alex, if you could just go again with who it was from. But somebody's asked a question regarding bush babies, which are very small nocturnal primates. Angie from Iowa, good morning. So Angie from Iowa has asked, where do the bush babies hide out during the day? And they hide within the trees and the foliage, sometimes even within cavities in trees they'll use as little nest sites, or they can often wrap up leaves and create a kind of miniature nest within various trees. So that's where they hide out during the day. I've never actually seen one during the day. I've only ever seen them at night. So they do a very good job at concealing themselves, sadly, during the day, because it would be wonderful to see them. But now that the drives are continuing a little bit, well, at least continuing on with a little bit more darkness towards the end of the drive, so kind of the last 20 minutes we can use a spotlight, and the nocturnal animals such as the bush babies are going to therefore be more likely to be seen, whereas 3 weeks ago we had no need to use the spotlights. So as we go deeper into the winter, we will hopefully be able to share sightings of more nocturnal animals with you. For a brief moment, I thought they could have been wild dog tracks, which would have been incredible, but after a second confirmation, I am fairly certain they are not wild dogs, that they are hyena. Quite a similar track, but the wild dog's track is smaller than the hyena's track, so obviously a small hyena can be misleading.
After some confusing tracking, managed to find the Nkuhuma lion, and quite amazing, quite fantastic that we did. Found their tracks on Zoe's Road. They went out onto Gowrie Main. They seem to have been walking up and down quite a bit, and a little bit on Philemon's cut line, because there were tracks going first north and south, and then tracks east and west. We're fairly close to the hyena den, but looks like all 8 of them here. Some of them flat in the grasses. Lovely weather for cats. Hopefully they'll be a little bit active. Well, we can only hope. Any stations on Gowrie? Fine, and you, Andrew? I've got Nkuhuma's on Philemon's cut line. Cedric, come in. Yeah, they're on Philemon's cut line, Lalapanzi. I think you might have to take first. I've got Andrew and Johan coming in. doing what cats do, conserving energy. Although today, with this weather, they wouldn't really burn up too much energy if they were moving around. Hard to tell. He's looking fairly well fed. Hard to tell with the rest of them. They're looking, doesn't look like they've eaten recently though. Some of those females that are lying on their sides are looking rather slim. Funny how lions have to lie on top of each other sometimes. They do like contact with each other. There are strong bonds within the pride, but they just have this habit of, when they lie down, they lie on top of each other. Yeah, sorry, Alex, I was just liaising with Cedric. Who was that question from? The darker the vein, Georgia in Illinois. Look at that cubs, right? It's quite cold, got its head on mom. If that is mom, or if it's older sibling. Cold little cat, that one. Georgianne in Illinois was asking if is it true that the darker the mane, the healthier the lion. Not necessarily. I think to a large extent the darker manes are genetic. And something to do with age too, and of course the area that they're from. I suppose to some extent there could be some correlation, but not to my knowledge. I'll have to look into that. I know that there are areas where the darker mane lions are preferred by the females. Have been shown, I think, in areas like the Serengeti.